And then I'm going to skip to page 91. And I guess it starts on page 90. He's in camp at St. Nazaire. They had a physical inspection and deloused because they're going to be coming back to the United States on June 2nd to the 7th, 1919. Landed on ship Peerless. I looked it up, and hopefully I'll have a photo of that. I do have a photo. See if I can get the photo put in with this video. That the Peerless used to be known as the Eagle, I believe, and then for the short period that they used it as a military transport, they named it the Peerless, and then it went back to being called the Eagle. So he landed on ship Peerless, left, I think it says left fort, anyway, I'm not sure, at 8 a.m., still going towards the USA, landed at New York on June 15, 1919, in Camp Mills 4 days. And that is the last entry of his daily vlog. Then there's more vlog. I don't think they were vlogging 100 years ago, his daily diary. Then there's more blank pages. Quite a few. And when you get to page 134, 135, 136, 137 to 140, these are addresses of people mostly in Indiana. That's where he's from. And there's a few from other places. Here's one in Colorado, and some in Colorado. Here's one in France, one in Paris. And anyway, they must have been people that he was writing to. I'll have to examine it further to see if there's any soldiers here. If he mentions any names in here, I don't know that he has. But if I read it closely, perhaps he has, and I'll just see if I could find their families and tell them about this little diary. But that's it. And then on the back, there's just some little stuff. Again, he puts his name in the back. You know, Guy Pemberton, and Battalion A, 148th FA. It has 41st Division, and it's crossed out. But I noticed that he wrote it on here. It's rather hard to see. I'm going to bend it a little. Perhaps you can read it. Anyway, it's written on the edge of the book as well. So hopefully you'll get to see it sometime, and it's in fair condition. The pages themselves are actually in very good condition. It's the cover that's falling apart. So we probably shouldn't be, passing it around and letting people just flip through it. If you're with a group of people, kind of be careful with it. I don't know whose hands it's going to end up in. My mother, Ethel Pemberton, had it. She's 88, and it'll have to go to somebody else. Right now I'm holding it. I don't know who she wants to have this book, but we want it to be to somebody that's going to take care of it and pass it on to descendants of Guy and Pemberton. So this should be a YouTube video. Look in the notes below in the description, and if I can think of anything else, I'll put the notes in there. And hope you enjoyed this, and maybe I'll make another. Oh, not done. When I picked up the book, there were a few things stuck inside. Well, for one, let me show you the size. It's about the size of a dollar bill, about the height of that, almost exactly, and it's about 1.5 times the width of a dollar bill. So that's the size of this little booklet. And inside the book, there were a few things. Some I think may have belonged with it, and some probably did not. My parents have the book now. Well, it's at my house now, but I'll return it, of course, to their house, because now that I've scanned it. In the book was a few little items, nothing to speak of. One was this piece of currency, 10 yuan. This is from World War II. Well, my dad served in World War II and the Korean War. I suspect my dad had this book and just stuck it in here. He's probably looking at the diary at some point, just stuck it in there. I don't think it has anything to do with Guy and Pemberton. I may not leave it with the book, because really it's probably something that should be with my dad's memories, just something he brought back from the Orient. There was this little flag. It does not look old to me. It's actually highly reflective, and it's vinyl, and it looks like a peel and stick. I'm thinking of taking it out. It's a 50-star flag, and when Grandpa wrote that book, they had 48-star flags. Again, my father probably just stuck it in there, and the reason why I'm thinking of taking it out, because it is like a vinyl sticker, and there's glue behind that, and I'm afraid it might kind of come out and put some stickiness on the diary. And so, because it's not part of his history, I think I'll take this piece out. There's another little flag that was in there. Maybe my dad put it in, maybe not, I don't know. But it's a 48-star flag, and that's the flag that was in use when this diary was written. And so perhaps Grandpa put that in. I'm going to leave this with it. It'll probably fall out at future. But anyway, that was part of it. There was this little thing, just a little label, quite small. And it says Feldpost. I don't know if it has any significance at all, but that was in there, and don't know what it is. I haven't done a search on it, but that was in the diary. I will leave that stuck in between the pages. And here's something I suspect Grandpa clipped this out and put it in. I don't recall my dad doing that, but maybe he did. So let me read this little thing. It says, "Just a thought. There are two unpardonable sins in this world: success and failure. Those who succeed can't forgive a fellow for being a failure, and those who fail can't forgive him for being a success. If you do succeed, though, you will be too busy to bother very much about what the failures think." And so, and then there's just some little ads on the back, and you can't really make much out of it because it's just, they cut them off in the middle. This little clipping is about 1 inch by almost 2 inches, and I'm just going to leave it tucked away in the book with the flag and that Feldpost thing, the other items I'm pulling out. So that's all I can think of right now. Thanks for watching.